Oh, my God.
Yeah, weakest division, I think, in the National Football League. Now, that is good for the first team there. Jacksonville Jaguars had that bounce-back season last year. I mean, Trevor Lawrence played really well. The problem going forward is they don't have their left tackle, Cam Robinson, who's had a suspension. They did get Calvin Ridley, who just coming off the year suspension in Atlanta, and he just set the place on fire in the preseason game. So it looks like they may have a lot more firepower to go with. Their defense is really rugged, led by Jonathan Allen. So I think Jacksonville, it's a cakewalk because of what's gone on in the rest of the division. Tennessee, get Ryan Tannehill back. I am now intrigued to see what the young kid quarterback that they drafted 2 years ago, Malik Willis, turns into, because they played him every game in preseason, and he put up really good numbers. Now, that's preseason. Has he really made the jump that he can do this against regular defenses effective on opening day if Tannehill gets hurt? They do have the heavy-duty Derrick Henry for one more year on his contract. He was a little bit nicked up last season. And they added DeAndre Hopkins. And so, I mean, they've got firepower on the offensive side. Defensive side, they're rugged. The Mike Vrabel factor comes into every conversation as it relates to Tennessee. In Houston, it's really hard. Bad team, high draft pick quarterback, CJ Stroud will play. But what's different, D'Amico Ryans and that front office came in. They signed 24 veteran free agents, and they're going to start them all over the place. So first time a quarterback goes in, is usually on a bad team with no help around him. This guy's going in with a lot of rental veterans that I think are going to make his job easier. And they're surrounded with a really good defensive team that D'Amico Ryans inherits. And in Indianapolis, I think this is going to be very hard. I think the learning curve is going to be really steep. I just don't know they're going to win very many games, even though we have seen the video of Anthony Richardson from Florida and say, wow, what a great athlete. But this is the NFL you're playing against. It's not playing against Southern Mississippi. And he doesn't have a lot of people around him. There is no Jonathan Taylor at running back. Second running back has a broken arm, Zach Moss. Wide receiver Michael Pittman's had injuries. Kind of rebuilding a battered offensive line. Defensively, don't think they have enough players. And we don't know if Shaq Leonard, their superstar linebacker, will ever be Shaq Leonard again. He's had 2 different surgeries, neck and back. So I just think it's going to be an unbelievably long season in Indy. So the question is, does the kid grow through it, or does AR15 get hurt because he doesn't have a lot of people around him? My thoughts, do you think it's a walkover for Jacksonville?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they should roll, just like they rolled over the Chargers in the playoffs. But I'm rooting for Houston here. I mean, they've been downtrodden for so long. D'Amico Ryan was a terrific defensive coordinator in San Francisco. He's got his opportunity, so you want to see him succeed. And the people in Houston, I mean, they've been in the doldrums for football forever. I mean, even prior to, you had to go all the way back to the Oilers when they had a decent program or franchise there. But with Jacksonville, did they ever resolve their stadium situation? I know we talked about
It's
that.
in the process of being negotiated, and they'll come to some solution, because I don't think Jayville wants to lose a franchise and have it relocate to London, England. And I don't think as many ideas as the NFL floats, having a European franchise be part of the regular season does not make any sense at all. So that's another argument for another time in the offseason. But okay, so you agree with me, Jacksonville?
Yeah, it's definitely Jacksonville
takes a step forward. Okay, let's move on to the division.